Alright guys, Papa Pepper here. As you can see, got a mama guinea behind me, hatching out her little keats. And they seem to be doing pretty good so far. So, as I see this and as I watch this, it brings back quite a bit of thoughts, memories, lifestyle, choice type things. I just wanted to talk to you guys about that quick because there's a lot of people on YouTube now who are following me that weren't before, and then of course Steam It is growing by the day. A lot of followers there, so just kind of wanted to be open and honest with people and share a little bit about what I think of when I see something like this, to give you guys more of a flavor for me. More of an understanding of who I am, what I'm up to, and why. So, just over 2 years ago, left the highest paying hourly job I ever had. Left, I would be in at 6, out by 2 every day. Sometimes it was every day, 7 days a week, but it's pretty good hours. I was earning the highest hourly wage I ever had. I'd had the job the longest I ever had a job. I had the most vacation I ever had at a job. It was good, and I actually worked in the building primarily by myself. But what else? We had a 1/4 acre in the city, a house that would have been paid off in about 5 more years, and it was me, Mama Pepper, and 4 little kids. But what I realized is that as somebody, a husband and father, who's been given a certain job to make sure to be keeping my family safe and providing for them, I really wasn't set up to do a good job. For one, we had debt. We didn't own our house. Now, the second you stop making payments for something, even if it is only 5 more years that, I need to get it paid off, the second you stop making payments, you can lose that. Another thing is that we didn't really have a hedge of protection for anything. For instance, we lived in Wisconsin. If the power goes out, I didn't have a wood stove. I didn't have woods that I could cut down trees from. I didn't have anything. So the second the power's out, I no longer have heat at all in my home. And we didn't have much of a food supply. We had a small 20 by 30 garden. Did great, but we didn't exactly have on hand a large amount of food. So a couple days, that'd be out. So pretty much, if the power went out for a week or two in the middle of winter, it was kind of like checkmate endgame. Especially if it was a massive power failure, we would pretty much be dead in a very short amount of time. Either freezing to death or starving to death or whatever. And I didn't want to think about my wife and kids in a situation like that. Now, I know that people are like, oh, that's such an apocalyptic, far-fetched thing. Like, really? All that has to happen is the power to go down. You have no more gas in your car. You have no money that's in the bank. Your credit cards don't work. What food you have, other people may want too. And if you've got no way of heating anything, what do you got? What do you got? It's kind of like almost like the cheese and the rat trap, and eventually that rat trap's going to snap. I don't want my neck or my family in there when it happens. Not saying it will, just saying it could. Could happen accidentally, and it could happen intentionally. So, part of what we started thinking was, you know what, let's set up some things. So, where are we at this day? This day, we're at a place where we own our own land. Now, I know that only goes so far, okay? But the point is, it's ours, okay? It's our own land. And actually, our property tax, our rent from the government that we got to pay, is a lot cheaper. I think last year, because we didn't live on the actual land and there wasn't much on it, it was $34 for, just under 10 acres. Pretty crazy, right? Now, we've got a mobile home that we also own on it now. Got a lot of infrastructure as far as fencing and other things going on down on it. And once we move there, the homesteading tax credit should offset any liability that we have, so we really shouldn't be paying property tax. That's going to be cool. Also, if we own our land and own our mobile home at this point, there won't be any rent, won't be any mortgage, okay? That's good. That means whatever income I am generating can be used for other things. At this point, it'll be used towards saving up for a house, to actually build a house. But at the moment, then we also have a cow, sheep, goats, chickens, guineas, Muscovy ducks, quail, stuff like that. And we have a garden. A lot of the perennial garden is getting at this point, which is fruit trees and shrubs and different things that'll come back for years to come to feed us. And then additionally, the annual plants. And we do have, some canned food, some other things. But the point is, what if the power goes out this winter for 2 weeks? Well, if I got the wood stove hooked up in the house, all I do is I throw another log on the fire. If we, work our way through everything we've got saved up as far as food, then you kill a goat and you put it on the fire. And you light a candle. So if the difference is power going out in the city, and it's pretty much checkmate endgame, I lose, family freezes or starves, or power grid goes down in the country and I throw a log on the fire, kill a goat, and light a candle, I'm going to take option B immediately. So, back to these guys. And look at those guys. Just look at them. You see right back in the corner, there's a little wet one. There's a couple fuzzy ones underneath her. And these guys are just doing great. How you doing, Mama? You're doing good. I like your babies. I think you guys are doing good. Yeah, you are. Yeah, you are. So, back to these guys. Why does this make me think about all that? Well, this is a source of eggs. This is a source of meat. This is also tick pest control. And it's an opportunity. You can sell Keats. I just saw some the other day for $5 a piece. Okay, so this one hen here is sitting on 20 eggs. If they all hatched and they all lived and I sold them all, it's a best case scenario. But that means this one bird just gave me a $100 bill. That ain't bad. When's the last time a bird gave you a $100 bill? Okay, just saying. So they make more guinea fowl too. That means this is an ongoing source of meat and eggs that we could have potentially for the rest of our lives. And, if we need a little bit of genetic diversity as time goes on, well, then we can trade some of our other animals, or some of these animals, for that. Find someone else who's got a flock of guineas and switch out a couple ours for a couple of theirs, and then you diversify your flock. That's crazy, guys. I may never need to buy guineas again. I may have an ongoing supply of meat and eggs for the rest of my life. And then, of course, we have Muscovy ducks, and we have quail, and we have chicken. And they're doing the same thing. The chickens are right now. Muscovy ducks hopefully soon. The quail, we got some in the incubator. That's crazy. So, when I see this, it gives me hope. When I see this, it says, it's been a long, hard journey. We had to leave a lot behind, but I'm comfortable with where we're at. When I see this, I say, whatever the future holds, I want to be prepared. I want to be able to enjoy life here with my family and stuff like that. So I'm going to peek at these a little more. I'll give you guys a little glimpse of them again up close before I shut this down. But that's just a little bit more of Papa Pepper, who I am, what I think, why I'm living the life I am. And at the moment, me and my wife have been able to walk hand in hand every step of the way. It hasn't been easy. It's been very difficult, but praise God we're able to do it together. And we're happy and content with where we're at. I think there's wisdom in the things that we're doing. And it's giving us a whole different taste and flavor of life that we never really experienced before. It's a lot more connected to the world around us, a lot more connected to creation, everything that God made, the plants and the animals, and then, of course, to our own animals and our food supply. And it's rich. We enjoy it. May not be for everyone, but it certainly is for us. Alright, guys, Papa out. Oh, they're hiding underneath you, Mama. Yeah, they are. We'll see how many you got. You're a good girl. As always, I'm Papa Pepper, and I'd like to remind you, don't post for free. If you'd like to be part of a revolution in social media, an economic power to the people where users can actually blog for cryptocurrency, then I'd recommend that you check out Steemit.com and join the revolution. Papa out.